So it was brought to my attention yesterday that I uploaded the wrong video. So I had made two, and one of them I was interrupted in, and one of them I wasn't, but I didn't read the poem in that one. I read the poem in the one that I was interrupted in. So I was just gonna post it anyways, and I posted the wrong one. So I'm gonna start off today by reading you the poem that was meant for yesterday, in reference to our talk about connection. Um, and this poem was written with my best friend in mind. So, Kaylee, baby, this one's for you. It doesn't have a title yet. A string through my heart and a string through yours. So many paths and so many unopened doors. It is now time for us to part and follow our calling to explore. Although I wish you could come with me, God is the only one. Into all of life's cracks and crevices, only He gets to come. He knew you'd question His plans and why this must be done. So as we pierced into each other's hearts, this infinite string He has strung. Each knot along the way tells of a story only us three knows, and each knot shortens the string, bringing my heart closer to yours. So after our discussion yesterday on connection and talking about connecting to things, it got me thinking, because like I said, I had struggled recently with my connection to things, and it was more about like finding my identity in things, and these things had become so important to me that I had placed my whole identity in all of them. So getting rid of them was really difficult, and I didn't really know who I was at the core, and I think that's important. I think it's important for us to know, like I said yesterday, about our soul things and our soul people and our soul places, and to feed our souls, because that's all that gets to come with us. Whatever you believe in, whatever's after this experience, those other materialistic things don't get to come. And so today, when I was free writing, I was writing about materialism. And, we live in a very materialistic society, as does a good majority of the world. And vanity is something that is very present in those materialistic societies, including our own. And we go out and we spend our money on cars and shoes and clothes and houses, and I'm not saying that any of that's a bad thing. I mean, we need a roof over our head, we need to wear clothes, that's the law, and and we need transportation somehow. But I think, something that can be the opposite of vanity can be humility, or to be humble, and not prideful, not vain. And I think it's important for us to not lose sight of what really matters, and at least for me personally, I have to look at what's the reason behind, like, why am I buying that house? Why am I buying that car? Why am I buying that outfit? Is it because, I feel right in this home, or I feel like this is the right fit for a car for me, or, am I wearing this today? Like, that's a big thing. Like, when we get dressed in the mornings, we look in the mirror, and I mean, what are you thinking when you're looking in the mirror? Are you thinking like, oh, this is comfortable and this is nice? Or are you thinking, oh, so and so's gonna be there, I wonder if they'll like this outfit, or what appeals to our society in general, which is skinniness for women and big bulky muscles for men. And anything like outside of that doesn't really fit into our stereotypical society. And that's kind of ingrained from us as young children, with commercials, with TV shows, with magazines, with everything. And I think with all of that going on in the media and in the world in general, I just think it's really important to stay close and connected to the things that matter the most to us on the inside, and to feed our soul however we can. So I wrote this a little bit ago. I didn't write it today, but it's titled a human experience. She's got a light in her eyes like one I've never seen, and a love that she gives freely. I never have experienced that type of pure love. I often question whether humans are capable of unconditional love, and although I truly believe that God Himself is the only one capable of a pure love complete without any conditions, I believe her love is a human reflection. I had grown accustomed to conditions. It wasn't hard in our society. According to the previous generation, everything had a price. Even our own sanity. Hell, our very lives weren't even priceless anymore. We live in a society where someone will risk their own sanity for the sake of someone else's, but not their life. Nope. They will quickly throw someone in front of a bullet meant for themselves, as a matter of fact. But is this really a tragic moral deficiency that is spread throughout our newest generations, or is it innate human nature? Survival of the fittest, right? If you look back to ancient civilizations, you'll find that the same brutal disregard for human life, until it is your own, that is. We used to feed humans to lions as a form of entertainment. Of course, I use the term we loosely to encompass the whole of mankind into one category of human life. But is that fair? After all, with this cold and disheartening world around us, there are beautiful people like her. Joy exudes from her very flesh, creating a pleasant aura that has a way of drawing others in, a joy that is contagious. She laughs from her gut, and even the most bitter man can't help but crack a smile, even if he has no idea what she's laughing about. It is her presence. Being in her presence is a joy in itself. She is full of things that really matter, and she shares these things as gifts with anyone. Sometimes I envision her as an angel carrying these gifts from God to all the rest of us. And whenever I am blessed with one of these gifts, I too feel an overwhelming sense to share and spread it all around. Because these, my friends, are what really matters. That degree, that house, that car, that career, that bank account, none of that comes with you. Only your soul. And your soul doesn't include knowledge or physical health. Your soul is the innermost intimate part of your being. You are a spiritual being with your soul as the centerpiece. And don't you worry about all those daily frustrations, for those problems are problems of the world. So when you think it's the end, chances are you're probably not entirely wrong. It will be the last moments of this experience. And when I'm saying this, I'm speaking to your soul. But you are promised an eternity. And although it is indeed the last of the man-made idea of time, it is the beginning of a spiritual euphoria, one that your human mind cannot understand. This is called eternity. So to you, all parts of you, both human and spirit, I say this. Be cautious where you expend your time and effort. Tap into your most inner parts. Feed your soul, because in the end, that's all that's coming with you. The worldly hassles you face today will not exist in eternity because you, my love, my friend, are just having a human experience. So I hope you enjoyed. And then as far as this idea of like putting something on and then looking in the mirror and trying to fit into society's norms, what the final thought I wanted to kind of leave you with today was a challenge, a couple of challenges. First of all, when you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that you do? You know, do you reach for your phone? Do you go on Facebook? Do you, not saying that any of these are right or wrong. It's just, is the first thing that you're doing in the morning something that is feeding your soul? And if it's not, I want to challenge you to do that, to make something be the first thing in the morning that you do, something that feeds your soul. And then the other one is when you're getting dressed. I want to kind of challenge you or encourage you to get dressed without a mirror. Get dressed in what you think would be cute or comfortable or handsome for the men. What do you feel comfortable in? What is it for you? And then I want you to be very conscious of what happens once you look in the mirror. A lot of us go through like a process of getting dressed. We take off all of our clothes and then put them all back on and try this with that and this with that, and are we doing that because that's what we like, that's what appeals to us, or that's what we're comfortable in, or are we doing that because that's what society would say is better? Um, so yeah, so that's 2 challenges. I hope you can handle it. I'm also doing the same thing. So you can message me if you want through Facebook, or you can email me at Joni, Jonie, Goulet, Goulet, at gmail.com. And you can email me and I'll email you back. Or if you have my phone number, you can text me or call me and we can talk about it or keep each other updated or whatever. Or you can just comment on this video. That's cool too. Yeah. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye.